Okay, NASCAR fans woke up to a massive bombshell for the 2025 media package on Friday, as NASCAR and the CW have announced that they have signed a 7-year contract for the CW to carry all 33 NASCAR Xfinity Series races starting with the 2025 season. But there's a lot to this. Is this a good long-term deal for NASCAR? Is it a bad deal? Is this network even capable of putting on NASCAR broadcasts? We're going to break it all down today on Shifting Gears. I'm Alan Bailey, and before we decide whether we're a Dean, a Sam, or even a Gilmore girl, make sure you mash that subscribe button so you don't miss a video and log on to AmericanRacingNetwork.com for the latest motorsports news. ARN, the Motorsports Authority. It is official, the CW network will become the exclusive home to the NASCAR Xfinity Series beginning in 2025, extending all the way until the 2031 racing season. The CW is going to broadcast all 33 NASCAR Xfinity Series races live annually, along with live practice and qualifying events for each weekend, which in and of itself is a really cool deal. But here's what's extremely cool for the future of NASCAR. Starting in 2025, for the first time in series history, every single NASCAR Xfinity Series race will be available on free over-the-air broadcast television as well as a free digital platform app, meaning NASCAR is now officially streaming live for free. That is massive, massive, my friends, for the future of NASCAR broadcasts. It's no secret more people have navigated away from traditional broadcasting and traditional cable, and they've gone pretty much full streaming. And while the CW is a traditional non-cable TV channel that is available for free, you got to admit, not many people have literal rabbit ears or these days antennas on the back of their TV in order to pick up these free digital channels here in the United States. In that aspect, it is kind of a step backwards. However, the fact that the CW has a free app that they have said will carry every single practice, qualifying, and race in 2025 and beyond is massive. It means essentially more eyeballs will get to see these NASCAR Xfinity Series races. And I know the initial knee-jerk reaction is the CW, the people who are known for those tween dramas, the DC shows from the 2000s, Gilmore Girls and Supernatural, they're the ones who are going to broadcast the NASCAR Xfinity Series moving forward? Yes, because they're going through a massive shift. Those shows are no longer on the air. I know, because I'm both a massive Supernatural fan and Gilmore Girls. Do not make fun of me. It's a really good show. Give it a try. If you want further proof that the NASCAR Xfinity Series is the younger division in NASCAR, take a look at the stats of the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series season as of the posting of this video. The series has produced 11 different winners this season alone, tied for 5th most through 18 races. The average age of those 11 winners is 29 years old. That is massive for the sport, with the youngest being 18 years of age, and 6 of those 11 way under the age of 30. 6 of the last 11 NASCAR Cup Series champs have been won by former Xfinity Series driver, with Chase Elliott in 2020, Kyle Busch in 2019 and in 2015, Martin Truex Jr. in 2017, Kevin Harvick in 2014, and Brad Keselowski in 2012. Plus, 13 former NASCAR Xfinity Series champs are currently active in the NASCAR Cup Series, with Ty Gibbs, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. Right now, the NASCAR Xfinity Series draws in about 1 million viewers per race each season on average, which is actually pretty darn good. And something that we have to consider about the NASCAR Xfinity Series, they've always branded themselves as where talent goes to grow and develop before they jump into the Cup Series. So they've always been the feeder series that develops younger talent. The CW has always been known to draw in that younger audience, at least it has for the past 20 years, give or take. So this fit is absolutely perfect, because now the CW is going to capitalize on that younger audience. NASCAR will get a younger audience on average with the CW. The president of the CW, Dennis Miller, recently said, quote, "Landing the NASCAR Xfinity Series is a game changer for the CW and our CW sports division and represents another important building block in our programming strategy. Live sports are always most watched television content, and with the CW's national reach, moving NASCAR Xfinity Series to the CW will transform and elevate the viewing experience for the series and its fans. The CW has quickly become a destination for sports as the NASCAR Xfinity Series joins our growing slate of sports programming, including Inside the NFL, ACC college football and basketball, and the motorsports documentary series 100 Days to Indy. Beginning in 2025, the CW will have 48 weekends per year of live sports programming, with ubiquitous distributions across one of the nation's 5 major broadcast networks. NASCAR Xfinity races on the CW will deliver more access for fans and far more revenue opportunities for the CW and its affiliates," unquote. I absolutely agree with him, and honestly, they've been gearing towards more live sports, and they're trying to be a bigger network with live sports broadcasting. But it begs the question, who exactly is going to produce these races, and is the CW prepared to produce these races? Fear not. That was my biggest concern when I first heard this news. But we did find out that all NASCAR Xfinity Series races, as well as the practice and qualifying broadcasts, will all be handled and fully produced by the Emmy Award-winning NASCAR Productions Group in close collaboration with the CW network. Essentially, NASCAR is going to hire a broadcast team, a behind-the-scenes producer team, pit reporters, etc., in order to put these broadcasts on. And essentially, they do that now with them working very closely with its current broadcast partners. They're just going to step up more financially and in a bigger role behind the scenes. As far as on camera and the voices you're going to hear in the broadcast booth, the CW is going to have a massive say in who is in the broadcast booth and who is on pit road reporting, which hopefully they will gear towards a younger demographic, meaning we're going to get somebody who's in their 30s and 40s, not somebody who's in their 70s broadcasting these races. The CW is looking forward, not looking back. They want somebody who's younger, who's capable of broadcasting these races for generations to come. And fans have already started shouting out various people that they want to see in the booth. Alan Bestwick and Carl Edwards are 2 names that I've already seen thrown around, and while I do think that Carl Edwards would be perfect as a commentator in the booth, I don't think Alan Bestwick has that many years ahead of him compared to how many years he has behind him. I love Alan, absolutely. He's a phenomenal broadcaster, but he is on the back end of his career. There's no question about it. This is a 7-year deal, which I actually like. I don't like 10-plus year contracts because they tend to get stale with the quality towards the back end. 7 is kind of that nice range where people are going to get used to seeing races on the CW, but they're not going to get stale once you hit year 8, 9, 10, 11, like current NASCAR contracts. The CW's paying around $115 million per year for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, meaning this is an $800 million plus contract. It does certainly open up the can of worms of how does that money get distributed amongst the teams, NASCAR, and the tracks. That is another video entirely, but I want to hear from you. What do you think about the NASCAR Xfinity Series jumping over to the CW starting in 2025? Who do you think should be in the booth? Should it be a 3-person booth, 4 or more? Plus, who would you like to see on pit road? And do you think that this is opening the floodgates for the CW to become a sports network, or at least have a larger footprint in sports? Let me know in the comments down below, and while you're there, make sure that you mash that subscribe button because it helps the channel out so darn much in order to grow. And make sure that you log on to AmericanRacingNetwork.com for the latest motorsports news. ARN, the Motorsports Authority. Thank you so much for watching. For Shifting Gears, I'm Alan Bailey. We'll see you at the track.